Hi, I'm Rob Brown. I'm the Technical Director here at Brown Booth. Just going to explain to you a couple of things, DMARC records and DKIM records, both equally important as each other. Most of the email receiving companies now need the DMARC and the DKIM records to authorize your email through to people's inbox. So without any further ado, let's have a look and see how you do this.
Okay, so we're going to start with how you check your DMARC records. So we use this website here, dmarcadvisor.com. What I'm going to do is put in the domain, and I'm going to then say check my domain, and it will tell me what is wrong with that domain. So normally when you're setting up email, especially with Office 365, you will have put an SPF record in any case. So normally the SPF record is always a green tick. But if it's not, don't panic. It's easy enough to set up. So the two bits we're concerned with here are the DMARC and the DKIM records. So both of those there, as you can see, are saying they don't have anything. So let's first of all deal with the DMARC. So once we're logged into our Office 365 admin center, what we will then do is go down to Teams and Groups and Shared Mailboxes, and we'll create a shared mailbox. So this one here is for our domain. So what I'm going to do is, because I've got multiple domains in this 365 tenant, what I'm going to do is do another DMARC email address. And the reason why we do this is so that an email box that you can actually go in and have a look at any logs for email delivery. So if I go down here and choose the setdev.co.uk domain, and I'll save changes to that. And then what that means is we are then able to, if we want to, log into that shared mailbox and have a look at any emails, which I'm going to explain to you in a second how that works. So the very first thing we're going to do then is on the domain. So I've got my domain open here in the DNS management, is we're going to add a new record, and we're going to choose a type of a text record. Obviously your domain registrar will probably look a lot different than this. This is 123reg, which is one that we use. So is _DMARC. Okay, it's very important to get that underscore in there to start with. And then we add our string of characters in here. So the string of characters is DMARC1, and we're saying if it's bounced, then reject it. The RUA, which is the reporting URI for aggregate data, and the URI stands for Uniform Resource Identifier. So what that is a set of information that it's essentially going to send a mail to this DMARC_2 at setdev.co.uk. So that's the DMARC part done for us. So the next bit we want to look at is the DKIM. So the DKIM is a little bit more trickier. So what we do, once we've logged into our 365, we're going to go ahead and click on the admin. And then once we've gone into the admin, in the search box at the top here, we're going to type in DKIM, and then it'll give you the results underneath. So the one we're looking at is DKIM in Microsoft 365 Defender. And what this is going to do is go into the security and compliance screen. And this is especially for the authentication, email authentication settings. So there we go. So we've got the set dev here. Now, the way this is working, it's not obvious that you can click on that. But when you click on it, it'll come up and say no DKIM keys saved for this domain. We'll then go ahead and click the create DKIM. So all that's going to do is go ahead and create the DKIM records, and it's going to tell me what I need to add in. So what I normally do in this instance is I'll copy those there, and I'll go ahead and put those into a text document. So like this. So you get the host name, which is the bit here, and then we get the value, which is this part here. So I'm going to go ahead and add those two records into my DNS. So I'm going to add, and remember these are CNAME records. So the CNAME record, the first one I'm putting in is selector 1. And these are at the moment just the standard Microsoft created selectors. So I'll then put the value into there, and I'll save that. Okay, and then I'll go and add the second record, which is the selector 2. We'll change that to CNAME. Pop that one in there, and then input the selector 2 record there, and save that. So once that is all done, if you head back to the domain key identifier piece here, and you say close, you could have, by the way, selected copy there. I'm just old school, I like to highlight the text and copy it myself. So once I've done that, I'm going to say close there. And obviously at the moment it's showing as disabled. I say obviously, but by default it's disabled. So if I go ahead and enable that, what you'll see is a message will come up, because it takes a little while for the CNAME records to be published. It doesn't actually take that long in DNS time, but for Microsoft's time it does take a little while. So I'll just click OK on that, and that's fine. I just keep coming back here and re-enabling that until it actually works. But if now I go back to my DKIM DMARC advisor, it's already got the domain in there, which I put in earlier, and I'll say check domain again. So what this will do is go away and recheck the domain against the DNS records. So what we then get is this: well done, your domain is protected against abuse by phishers and spammers. So there you go, there's your DMARC record with a nice green tick, and your DKIM record with a nice green tick.
So there you go, that's how you create your DKIM and your DMARC records for your email authorization. You can of course do it yourself by following those simple instructions, although if you do get stuck and you would like us to help you, then please get in touch.